Your AI tools forget your business every single conversation. You waste 20 minutes every morning re-explaining your brand, your customers, your products, just to get back to where you left off yesterday. Here's what's actually happening. You open ChatGPT, spend 5 minutes describing your SaaS product again. Then you switch to Claude, explain your target market from scratch. By noon, you've burned an hour just getting your AI up to speed. Again, I run a 6-figure AI consulting business with a stack of 7 tools that never forget my context. They know my clients, my processes, my voice. They work together like a team that's been with me for years. Here's exactly how I built it. First tool, Claude Projects for strategy work. Not regular Claude Chat, Claude Projects. This is where I keep my business architecture, client profiles, project templates, my complete methodology. Every conversation builds on the last one. When I start a new client strategy session, Claude already knows my framework, my questions, my deliverables. No explaining my process for the 100th time. Second, custom GPTs and ChatGPT+. I have 4 running right now. One for content creation that knows my voice, my audience, my style guide. One for technical documentation that understands my coding standards. One for client communication that knows how I handle different personality types. Each GPT has detailed instructions and uploaded knowledge bases. They're not generic AI, they're specialized team members. Third tool might surprise you. Notion AI, but not how most people use it. My entire business lives in Notion databases. Client records, project status, revenue tracking. Notion AI reads all of this context automatically. When I ask, how's the Johnson project going? It pulls from meeting notes, task progress, client feedback. It knows everything because everything's already there. Here's where it gets powerful, the connections. My Zapier automation watches for new client onboarding. Creates a Claude project automatically. Populates it with the client's industry data, their specific challenges from our discovery call. By the time I start their strategy work, Claude already knows their business better than their last consultant did. My daily workflow starts at 7 a.m. Claude Projects reviews yesterday's client work, identifies what needs follow-up. My content GPT has already drafted 3 LinkedIn posts based on last week's client wins. Notion AI surfaces the day's priorities from scattered project notes. I'm strategic and productive before my first coffee. But here's what makes this actually work: context architecture. Most people throw information at AI randomly. I structure everything. Client background in Section 1. Current projects in Section 2. Communication preferences in Section 3. Decision-making patterns in Section 4. My AI tools don't just remember facts. They understand relationships between those facts. Tool 4. Perplexity Pro for research that stays relevant. I've trained it on my ideal client profile, my service offerings, my competitive landscape. When I research a prospect, Perplexity knows exactly what intelligence matters for my business. No generic industry reports. Insights I can actually use in sales conversations. Tool 5. Copy.ai workflows for repetitive tasks. Not their templates, custom workflows that know my business. Proposal generation that pulls from my pricing models, my case studies, my standard terms. Email sequences that match my communication style and reference specific client pain points. Each workflow is trained on successful past projects. The automation layer ties everything together. New client signs a contract. Zapier creates their folder structure in Notion, sets up their Claude project, initializes their custom workflow in Copy.ai. Information flows automatically. Context builds continuously. My AI tools get smarter about my business every single day. Tool 6. Loom AI for client communication. Records client calls. Generates summaries that automatically feed into their Notion database and Claude project. No more what did they say about their Q3 goals. Everything's documented and contextualized automatically. Last tool, Make.com for complex integrations. This connects tools that don't naturally talk to each other. When a client project status changes in Notion, Make updates their Claude project context. When I complete a strategy session, Make triggers follow-up email sequences. My entire stack works as one system. The result? Last month, I delivered 12 client strategies, created 43 pieces of content, closed 5 new deals. My AI team knew every client's history, every project requirement, every deadline. Zero time wasted on re-explaining context. Pure focus on high-value work. I set up this exact system for a solo consultant last week. She was spending 2 hours daily managing ChatGPT conversations, constantly re-explaining her methodology. Now she asks one question and gets strategies that sound like they came from her brain. Her words, "It's like having a team that actually listens." Your business is unique. Your AI should know that uniqueness inside and out. Stop settling for tools that forget you exist. Book a free strategy call at keepersharp.com, and I'll show you how to build an AI stack that actually remembers your business.